Red pill disclaimer. Welcome to Gawdzell's channel. By watching this video, you are choosing to take the red pill and see how deep the rabbit hole goes. All opinions expressed are Gawdzell's alone, and any copyrighted content belongs to its respective owners. Viewer discretion is advised.
Can you see it now? Can you see the Matrix for what it truly is?
Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another one. This is going to be a good video, okay? So you're going to want to stay tuned, grab your snacks, whatever, man. This is going to be a good one right here for sure. Just be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. If you like videos like this, consider subscribing with post notifications on. And please, guys, again, hit the like button because it does help me out a lot in the algorithm. So, with all that being said, let's get right into it. All I gotta say is, man, it's been a heck of a year, y'all. For real, like everything getting exposed, all type of stuff. Man. Like this probably something that he didn't even want to happen, but hey, it happens. Things happen. But let's see what's going on in here. My opinion, I feel like it's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it probably could impact his career in some kind of way. But anyway,
event that happened today. Obviously, I'm embarrassed. Someone that is extremely private, and to have one of your most intimate details, the audio heard for the entire world to hear. I'm embarrassed for a number of reasons. People count on Shannon, Shay Shay Media, Club Shay Shay Nightcap, ESPN. There are a lot of people that count on at all times. Even when I'm behind closed doors, I still try to remain a level of, even when I'm behind closed doors, I still try to remain a level of professional, although I'm in the privacy of my own home. And I'm very disappointed in myself. Not for the act. I think there are millions and billions of people of consenting age that engage in activities.
right.
But to have your most intimate detail on the audio to be heard, I'm disappointed in myself. I call them. I called my sister. My friends, obviously, my friends reached out. But guys, this was not staged. Came in, I threw my phone. Staged. Came in, I threw my phone on the bed, gazed in an activity. I did not know IG Live. I've never been on IG Live. I've never turned IG Live on. So I don't know how it works. And so.
Yo, nah. What is he doing on IG though? Like, so he was just scrolling on IG when he went in the room. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like it's something. I feel like this was staged. What do y'all think? That's just how I feel. I feel like it was kind of, it seems staged, right? I don't know.
All of a sudden, my other phone is going off, and people are calling me FaceTime that I've never talked to a day in my life on FaceTime. And it didn't. I'm like, why are y'all calling me FaceTime? And after a while, Jamie, and he says, Shannon, you on IG Live? I'm like, doing what? You know, I'm like, what am I on IG Live for? I ain't hit no IG Live button. He says, on IG Live for? I ain't hit no IG Live button. He says, they can hear. I'm like, so now, Ocho, you know, I say ask for patience. He said they can hear. And now I'm starting to get agitated again because you called me and say I'm on IG Live when I know I didn't click myself on IG Live. And he said they can hear me. I said, hear me doing what? He said, it sounds like you were having sex. Man, my heart sank. It dropped.
Oh my God, yo. Like, it's not even that bad though. Like, you know, everybody then this, you know, like that's the part of life. That's what I really don't understand it. Like how do you like why is your phone with you? Like you supposed to be spending time. But I get it. He was in the office or wherever it was at, so hey. I guess he was just trying to get a quickie. Oh, let me stop. Man. Let me see you, son.
Man, I threw my phone on the bed, gazed in an activity.
Yeah, he was, but that don't make sense though. I don't know. Then he gonna say it wasn't staged. I don't know. It is what it is though.
You're sober. Yeah. Yeah, I was just telling this dude I'm 8 years sober.
Okay.
Yeah. How long you been struggling with it?
Why you come up here and sit down and start that shit?
Oh, I'm just...
You just what?
No, I'm just planting seeds, trying to help other people
I
out.
fucking seeds. I don't need your help.
Oh,
What I
okay.
need you to do is leave me the fuck alone.
All right.
Shit.
I was just sharing with him that I was 8 years sober.
And ask me how long have I been struck?
Well, I meant to say I asked if he was.
How long have I been struck? You're not.
Yeah, and if he's not, that's fine. You know. I just try to spread awareness. That's all I do.
Okay.
I'll catch up with you later, Al. All right.
I definitely can't defend myself against you, so I hope it doesn't.
I gotta go. Thank you.
You're welcome. See ya.
All right, see you next time.
Yo, nah. Why is he so mad? Why is he getting so mad? Yo, that is hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just telling this dude I'm 8 years sober.
Yo, man. There's no way he should get this mad. He gotta have his drinks, huh? He has to. God damn, dude. It's not that serious. Look at him. Look at him.
Sober.
So, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what the F you telling me that for? Yo. I gotta see this one more time.
How long you been struggling with it?
Like, look at him. Look how he looked at him. Yo, nah. The way he gave him that look, no. He like, oh my God.
Why you come up here and sit down and start that shit?
Oh, I'm just...
You just what?
No, I'm just planting seeds, trying to help other people
I
out.
fucking seeds. I don't need your help.
Oh,
What I need
okay.
you to do is leave me the fuck alone.
All right.
Dang.
Shit.
I was just sharing with him that I was 8 years sober.
And ask me how long have I been struck?
Someone just asked me how long I was struggling. Oh my God. He really took that offended. He got offended for real. Damn.
Who told them to make this robot? They can walk almost as fast as humans. It can run up to 8 miles per hour. Why would you give this robot the ability to run? It can help you cook, pass you things, answer almost any question. They even taught it how to be the homie.
If I go like this, it'll kind of understand what I'm trying to do and play the game. By having it in the home, you can get robots to actually understand what people want.
These robots will be available to the public in 2025, which is literally 3 months away. So you might want to hide your girl because this robot will become the man of the house. This shit is crazy. They're literally selling robots with flamethrowers. What would somebody even need this shit for?
Watch out. Relax. Ah! God damn it! Hey! Stop!
Now, am I tripping or have we all seen how this plays out? So if you want to stay informed, join my private community. It's full of resources, information, and allows you to connect with like-minded people. Just comment the word Discord and I'll send you a link. And if you want
It's gonna get weirder and weirder, man, I swear.
We're made to move. And life itself is constant movement. When we're stagnant in our life, it can impact our life. It can impact our physical abilities. It can impact cognitive abilities. It can make us depressed. So just think about what happens when you don't physically move. When you have the opportunity. I tell people all the time, like when they're unmotivated and uninspired, move. You know, at least if you can't figure out what direction you want to go in your life, at least you can move. And through movement, you can sort of stimulate thought and become inspired that way. But yeah, we're not moving today.
That's it.
You know, we leave our homes in the morning, we jump into a car, we drive, get to work, go straight from the parking deck to an elevator and sit down in a cubicle for 8 hours.
Convenience.
And then we wonder why our bones are breaking down. We're made to move. And life itself
gotta be moving, man, for real. Even just taking a good walk, you know, that's walking itself is like meditation. So yeah, definitely do that.
And now we getting.
Who told them?
They like Spider-Man.
Man, this man that hungry. Bruh.
Wait a minute now. Ain't no way he got in an oven like this. I really hope that oven was... Nah, that oven couldn't have been hot. Because how the heck did he get this pan? Oh, nah. He was hungry. He definitely was hungry. Dang. And look, he got the utensils and all that. Wait a minute. These kids is evolving. Dang. Did y'all, wait a minute. I ain't never did that. Yo. Kids be figuring it out. They'll figure it out. Especially if they're hungry. Dude. They gonna figure out a way. Yo, nah, this video got me weak, man. Y'all know I gotta throw the funny clips in there, man. Get a good laugh.
Post Malone got cursed by a demon. I'm friends with Zach Bagans from Ghost Adventures. In his museum, so apparently there's a thing called the Dybbuk box, which is one of the most haunted items in the world, apparently. And he wanted to, so we took the glass case off of the Dybbuk box, which is in his museum in Vegas. And he thought it was a sick-ass idea to put the ashes of a lady who died while she was possessed on top. My plane almost crashed. I was in a car accident. My house got robbed, and I had bite marks on my arm. He hit the wall like I've never seen someone in fear so hard as whenever he touched it. And it's I don't know if it's someone who's dead or if it's a demon or if it's fucking something dimensional.
By the way, this video is scripted and written.
Mushrooms, they took over the planet at one time. Mushrooms that literally would be taller than buildings. How did we get this consciousness? How do we have this intelligence? Fungi, they're conscious, they're intelligent, and they've been here since the beginning. So that knowledge, wisdom, and information is stored within the organism. Fungus is the most conscious and the most intelligent on this planet. So if they really wanted to take over the planet, they could. Mushrooms, they took over the planet at one time.
Y'all already know I'm back with it. I took a little break, but let's talk about a few things real quick. Let's talk about what a judge is. What is a so-called judge? The same judge who's been throwing you away. The same judge who threw your peoples away. The same judge who threw your family away. So judges are public servants. Did you read that right? Judges are public servant. So let's take a deeper dive. Judges are public servants, whether they are appointed or elected, and judges are charged with serving their fellow citizens during the most vulnerable moments, when someone's liberty, perhaps even his or her life, is at stake in a criminal proceeding. Damn, did you read that shit? Let's continue on. A public servant is a person who is appointed or elected to a public office. For example, working for a local or state government. I don't know if y'all reading what I'm reading, but a judge, prosecutor, lawyer, goddamn it, bailiff, sheriff, police officer, constable. Man, they're all public servants. They work for you. We're in a time right now where everyone's awakening to what's going on, right? So these so-called courtrooms, right? These maritime courtrooms, these military courtrooms, they don't want to honor the truth. But if you stand your ground, they have to honor the truth. They're going to intimidate you. If you don't rebut their presumptions, they're going to try to lock you up. They're going to try to scare you. You got to stand your motherfucking ground. Hey, listen, stand your ground. A code is a code, a statute is a statute, the law is the law. You violated a code or a statute, you didn't actually violate the law. Come on, y'all. Y'all know what's going on, especially fucking with this page. Y'all know what's going on. Are you gonna stand up for your rights even when they try to intimidate you? Even when they try to scare you? Even when they try to make you feel like you're doing something wrong? Even when they try to charge you with so-called intent? You have to stand on your rights. I'm here to help you stand on your rights. Y'all already know I'm back with it. I took a little break, but...
Today I would like to show you a little girl with amazing abilities. This little girl has the ability of reading blindfolded. She doesn't need her two physical eyes to see. She has a full functioning pineal gland.
Can you tell us your name?
My name is Ma Yoga Mata.
Are you ready for the blindfold reading?
Yes.
Watch as she reads pieces of paper handed to her by random observers, blindfolded.
Director of successful and respected American business.
She plays with toys, letting an audience member mix one set before matching up the colors as though her eyes were wide open.
First the green, then the orange, then...
She's amazing.
Then the blue, then the blue, then the yellow, then the like a donut.
We all have the ability of getting to this point.
Even beating this young onlooker at a game of tic-tac-toe.
X, I won.
Yay! This is why I stress the importance of decalcifying the pineal gland. Herb that honestly did it for me was Haritaki, alright? I started taking Haritaki, and this is when I actually started astral projecting and actually having these experiences, these OBE experiences that I make mention of often, okay? It was after utilization of Haritaki, alright, on a consistent basis for about a month straight. All right, and after that, because again, Haritaki works in synergy with the gut as well. All right, you have to remember your gut has neurons, and so utilization of Haritaki is great for gut health as well as decalcification of the pineal gland. Haritaki is actually a Ayurvedic herb that was heavily commemorated by Buddha. Actually, since I have been using Haritaki, when I close my eyes, a lot of times I don't see pitch black like a lot of other people. I actually am seeing fractal patterns, and a lot of times I can hone in on those fractal patterns and they become shapes and eventually open up to other portals and things of that nature that I have the ability of veering through. I personally believe that that's the starting point to having the ability of getting to the level of that little girl perhaps, like reading with blindfolds and so forth. One of the main reasons that it's difficult for us to actually read with blindfolds like that little girl is because we're consistently poisoned, all right? There's a lot of different neurotoxins and endocrine disruptors that have adverse effects on our pineal gland. You have the Third Eye Awakening Haritaki available on Holistic Remedies for Ascension, link in bio. Another great herb for decalcification of the pineal gland is ginkgo biloba. It's also great for macular degeneration. This means that it will actually improve your eyesight as well. Ginkgo biloba has been often prescribed to patients with glaucoma. Ginkgo biloba has also been said to improve memory and thinking, so it's been prescribed to people with Alzheimer's and dementia. We all have the ability of getting to this point. It first starts by healing, all right? By healing, by knowing that we've been attacked this whole time and going through the necessary steps to avoid utilization of fluoride and other toxic metals that may be hindering our pituitary gland, our hypothalamus, and our pineal gland. Using the herbs I mentioned, such as lion's mane, ginkgo biloba, and Haritaki, are phenomenal for combating the neurotoxins. For all high-quality herbs and metaphysical products for spiritual exploration, click the link in my bio and visit Holistic Remedies, your extension to Ascension. Today I would like to show you a little girl with amazing abilities.
That is very interesting. That goes to show you, like, the brain really have so much more power than what we think for real now. That's why we gotta really exercise that brain. For real, man. That's gotta do that, man.
If your nose gets sliced off, doctors can place tissue expanders under the skin of your forehead. Once it is stretched out enough, they'll shape it into a nose. Then they take some cartilage from your rib cage and craft it into an internal structure, which is then placed under your new forehead nose. Over several months, the new nose will take shape and develop necessary vessels. It's then removed from your forehead and surgically transplanted onto your face. If your nose gets sliced off,
Here are 3 nostalgic classics that you can make at home that's plant-based. You don't have to give up the classics, just switch up the ingredients a little bit. Number 1 is Peanut Butter Crunch, was one of my favorite cereals. I'll normally switch out the sugar for maple or coconut sugar. Number 2 is Sloppy Joe, but this ain't your cafeteria Sloppy Joe. This one's made with mushrooms and really has a lot of flavor. Number 3 is Pop-Tarts. Instead of processed ingredients, you can use fresh fruits and make whatever flavors you like at home. What other nostalgic recipes would you like to see? Here are 3 nostalgic classics that you can make.
You be hooking up the food, man. For real. You be hooking it up. Can't lie.
What if I told you jet lag does not exist? You'd probably say, no, I felt it. I really felt crummy the day after I went flying for 10 hours. Well, wait until you hear this and you may reframe your thinking. There was a study done on 195 commercial flights testing the air inside of these cabins where we all sit. And they found that there was a lot of volatile organic compounds, also known as VOCs. Namely, benzene, which is quite unfortunate for your lungs and brain and tissue and organs. This study found that particles from engine oil pass through the air system and enter the vehicle cabin approximately every 3 minutes. Now, planes do have HEPA filters in there, but that is not small enough to be able to remove benzene. You need an activated carbon filter to remove toxins like that. The Federal Aviation Administration Aircraft Cabin Bleed Air Contaminants, a review, and they're finding benzene and all kinds of other stuff in the air of the cabin. So is that maybe why you feel horrible or tired or very foggy after a long flight? Not to mention the EMFs. Planes are notorious for having high amounts of electromagnetic frequencies, from cosmic to all of our devices in one metal box. Now, is this going to make me never fly again? No, but I definitely will be taking superfoods on, during, and after a flight. Like the Shilajit, which was secretly studied by the Russian military for decades, starting in the Cold War. Supports detoxification, calibrates your hormones, boosts fertility for men and women. It even makes your brain produce new brain cells. It's called neurogenesis. And if you want, we're actually giving away free chalk today. Comment below free and I'll send you a DM on how to get free chalk minerals. What if I...
How many of y'all been on the plane? And how many of y'all never been on a plane? You know? And also, when was your first time being on the plane? My first time would be, it was in August. Yup. First time being on the plane, August last month. It's cool, man. I thought it would be different, you know? Even like figuring out what I need to be and to how to get to, you know, my terminal and all that. It's pretty simple, especially if you use the app on your phone and you use the signs up there. It can get difficult. I ain't gonna lie. It can potentially miss your flight, but you just gotta, you know, just follow the directions on your app and just look at the signs, you know? So you should be good.
How did some beaches in Accra, Ghana get from this to this? To find out what was going on, I went to Ghana's coastal capital with a team of investigators from Greenpeace Africa, and what we found was beyond shocking. The key questions we asked ourselves were how much clothing was arriving here, why was so much of it being dumped in rivers and beaches, and who was responsible. We knew that a shocking 15 million secondhand items of clothing arrive in Ghana every week. So in the last year, we visited Kantamanto, where tons of secondhand clothes arrive every day, and we found that up to 500,000 items of clothing waste from the market end up in open spaces and informal dump sites every single week. Market sellers buy bales of internationally imported clothes, most of which are of poor quality.
For most people, they've invested all of their life savings into this business, and it's sad that they get to buy a bill, open the bill, and most of the things in there are things they can't sell.
They normally break the bills, and the bad ones many than the good ones. The bad ones are many.
We want better ones. All these ones are baller. Yeah. That's what we say here. Yeah. It's not good.
We also visited informal dump sites, climbing mountains of textile waste, where we collected samples and performed infrared testing on them to see what these clothes were mainly made of. And, surprise, surprise, they are predominantly made of plastic. Our investigation found that some of these clothes are also burned as fuel to heat water in public wash houses. How did some beaches in Accra, Ghana get from this to this?
That's why I always wonder, like, where all our trash and stuff be going? They just be recycling to make more stuff. What stuff is so... I mean, you can't just leave that there. You gotta go somewhere, you know?
You're trying to sleep right now, please don't watch this. Also, if you just smoked a large bowl of cereal, please don't watch this. Put it in your saved folders for later when you got time. Because you're going to need a lot of time to think about stuff. Because this is going to fuck your whole world up. Okay, let me ask you a question. Where are you right now? You'll say, I'm in my bed holding my phone watching you. Okay, but where are you? You'll say, I'm in my body. Incorrect. You see, you're getting a lot of data that's telling you that you're in your body. Your eyes are blinking, you're breathing through your nose, you can feel air on your skin, but that's just electromagnetic feedback. So you draw the conclusion that you're in your body, but you're not really here because you're a hologram. It's all a hologram. And you wanted it to be that way. You wanted to feel like you're really here. So when somebody says, this is how you astral project, you need to pull yourself out of your body. Or I walked out of my body and looked at it. They didn't astral project. They were hallucinating or dreaming, most likely. One day I was meditating and I said, teach me how to astral project. And I thought they were going to say slowly kind of rock back and forth or step out of your body. And they said, notice how you've never been in your body. That's the download I got. I couldn't concentrate after that. I didn't finish whatever it was I was doing meditating. They told me I was not in my body and never have been. You're trying to sleep right now, please don't watch this. Also, if you just...
You know, she just tripped me out, because have y'all ever been on anesthesia? Like, for like, just like anything, whatever it is, your teeth, whatever. Like, that is crazy. Like, you thought, like, when I was on that thing, anesthesia, they put me on that thing, whatever they did, I swear I was not asleep that long. But I guess I was. I don't know. They probably was just moving super fast. All I know is it just was like this. It happened like I went to sleep. I didn't even realize I went to sleep. For real. Like I just went boom, out of there, gone. Like it happened so fast, and then I wake up and then I'm dizzy. I'm thinking I think they done took all my teeth out. I'm like, dang. I can't feel my tongue. Man. Nah, they got me. I ain't gonna lie, they got me. I thought, like, do y'all think that's how, like, conscience transfer work? Like, I don't know, man. I feel like they be doing stuff like that, like, for real.
You've probably heard this a million times, but if you're a parent, please teach this to your children, because these are the most powerful words that could impact their lives forever. Whatever you think about, whatever you talk about, whatever you focus on is exactly what is going to happen in your life. I was probably 12 years old when my father gave me this book, and he said to me in his loud Boston voice, "Sha, garbage in, garbage out." And he went on to explain to me that whatever I told my brain is exactly what's going to happen. So if you talk shit to yourself, you'll produce those results. And if you speak positively, you'll get those results. So teach this to your children when they're young. Good things happen to those who have good thoughts. Otherwise, garbage in, garbage out. You've probably heard this a million.
And this former president.
She about to call Kurt a bitch ass nigga. For sure. I know when a bitch get mad. She about to call Kurt a bitch ass nigga. She bit her tongue. She forgot she was in front of the world. Ah, we're doomed. We're doomed.
And
he said, we're doomed. We're doomed. Nah, this is funny.
Former president.
Yeah, she looked like she was gonna say something out of pocket. I ain't gonna lie. Dang, Camilla. I mean, I don't know how to say that. I ain't even gonna try it no more.
So why is it that scientists have just discovered food dyes inside of your Doritos that makes rats transparent? This is an actual picture from the science experiment that they was talking about. What the fuck ingredient is they using to turn Master Shifu into a blob of petroleum jelly? Literally resembling a... And I know y'all wondering what ingredient is it? Yellow 5. And yes, y'all heard this right. Yellow 5 is the magical chemical that can turn rats transparent. And if y'all don't know, this dye is damn near in every chip. Doritos, Takis, all of that. And now, if this dye is doing this to rats, what is this doing to the people that are consuming it? And why the fuck we ain't turned into Invisible Man yet? And why can we still eat it? But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about Yellow 5 turning rats invisible.
That's kind of weird. I don't even know. I have to look into that if that's really going on. Cause now I'm thinking like, what is it really doing to us now?
I'm done gatekeeping this manifestation secret. It's crazy what will happen in your life if you try this. You're going to start by drawing a triangle on a sheet of paper. Then you're going to draw another triangle on top of that with the tip facing downward. So now you have a 6-pointed star. Now draw a dot in the middle, and from that dot you're going to connect all 3 tips of the upright triangle. Now to complete the drawing, you're going to draw a triangle in the middle connecting these 3 points. You've just drawn a 2D Merkaba star, which is a powerful sacred geometry symbol. And it's one of the most powerful vehicles for accessing the potential manifestation power that every one of us holds within us. This is what it looks like in 3D. I want you to remember this image because we're going to come back to it in a second. Now, on the outer triangle, you're going to write your intention 3 times. For this exercise, we're going to use money, but you can use whatever intention you want. Be as specific as you can, feel it and believe it as you write it, and write it as if it has already happened. Now, in the outer spaces around the star, you're going to write 6 emotions or feelings that you would have if your manifestation became reality. Try to feel these emotions as you write them. Now, close your eyes and imagine yourself in the middle of the Merkaba, with your intentions coming to you so easily and so effortlessly. And feel all of those emotions, and I mean really, really try to feel those emotions. And I want you to meditate on this and visualize this for as long as you can. Once you're finished meditating, come back and draw a circle around it to close it out. And go ahead and save this video so you can come back to it. And over the next 7 days, when you're doing your daily gratitude exercises, your I am affirmations, or your 369 manifestations, stop as you write them out and meditate on them and visualize them and your intentions using the Merkaba. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like to see a video explaining the Merkaba more in depth and how to use it in your manifestation and meditation practices. And as always, follow me for more manifestation tips, tricks, and techniques. I'm done gatekeeping.
Georgia, apartment complex. A man facing eviction made arrangements with the leasing office to peacefully vacate the premises before the official eviction date. He even had a friend retrieve his belongings while he worked out of town. However, when the friend arrived, he discovered the locks had been changed, and he couldn't enter the apartment. The next day, the manager unlocked the apartment for the friend, revealing a shocking sight. The place was completely empty. The friend promptly FaceTimed the victim, who then contacted a neighbor with a Ring doorbell camera. The doorbell footage provided crucial evidence. It clearly showed 3 individuals entering the apartment and leaving with the victim's belongings. The victim, armed with this video, contacted the police. The officer who responded quickly identified the culprits, 3 members of the apartment's maintenance crew. Upon investigation, the officer discovered a troubling pattern.
I've been using music to manifest for a long time.
Music can be a powerful tool in the manifestation process. The right kind of music can elevate your mood, help you focus, and even assist in visualization practices. Listening to uplifting or meditative music while envisioning your goals can intensify the emotional and energetic impact of your visualizations, making them more potent.
I always looked at music a little differently than most people. I don't even say certain lyrics because your tongue hold a lot of power. Sometimes I listen to playlists like this with no lyrics at all, just positive frequencies. This is the right type of music that video was talking about. If you want to listen to this playlist, the link is in my bio. The best thing to do is to find alternative versions of the songs you like to listen to, tuned to different frequencies. Or just listen to playlists like this. I've been using music to manifest.
So, you say that aging is a mistake.
Well, you know, when I was researching this book, I found that we have some real misconceptions about the aging process. For example, almost everybody believes that aging is fatal. But you look at the data and you'll find nobody really dies of old age. They die of diseases that accompany old age, which are largely preventable. Everybody believes that aging is irreversible. Now, that's also a misconception, because if you remove toxins from your body, if you learn to get the stress out of your life through meditation, if you change your environment, and if you undergo certain procedures like increase antioxidants in your diet, you can actually reverse the biological markers of aging, like your hormone levels will reverse. Most people think aging is normal, but what's normal? Perhaps we are confusing the normal with the psychopathology of the average, which is dull and uninteresting. I mean, there are people who are 25 and look 40 and behave like 40. There are people who are 60 and behave and have the biology of a person who's 30. Most people think aging is universal, but there are organisms in this world that never age.
So, you say that aging...
I feel age is an illusion to make the soul feel like it's, you know, like getting old. Because the soul is forever. The soul don't want to age. The soul don't want to die. You know, the soul is forever. So that age stuff is just like, it's an illusion, man, to make you feel like that's it. Like, everything is coming to an end. No, bro. You still have time, man. You do.
So this is a lodestone, and this is a magnetic stone that sinks up to the earth. It actually is used for compasses, so they actually used to use this for a compass all the time, and they would use the lodestone and be able to determine which way to go. You almost think of it like black rock, you know, that whole thing, a black stone, a magnetic stone that controls a lot of things. It's interesting when you go up north and you look at the mountains up there, the volcanoes that are up there, big black rock up there. The other one I have is the tiger's eye, which is really cool. This is the one that's connected to the third eye, keeping you very focused and then tuned, just the shaking them together. That actually creates energy. I've taken like two rocks, for example, I'll shake them both in my hand, and then I'll notice that they both start to vibrate. And that's another form of energy that goes into piezoelectricity, and another form of energy. So when things are actually hitting one another, it's creating energy. So I always keep them in my hand, always keeps me focused. But stones are really cool. The more you get into stones, the more you get into lapis, malachite, rubies, garnet, you know, all these beautiful stones. And they go back into the whole petrified thing. I was actually just watching a video by Stellium 7 and the Archivist with an analog, two great souls. They were talking about how petrified trees would result in stones, and they would result in silver and gold and all these different materials. So if you really start to think about where your stones are coming from that are all over the land, or copper or gold or silver, start to think about trees. So this is a low.
Did you know the Freemasons used a double-headed eagle to symbolize the 33rd degree Mason? This is because the eagle goes through death and a rebirth process. The eagle goes up to the mountains at the age of 40 and breaks its beak and pulls out all of its feathers because they no longer work, and isolates until it grows back so it can live the rest of its life. Masons are born again when they hit the 33rd degree because hidden secrets are revealed to them. This is why Jesus dies at 33, or in John 3:3 it says you are born again. Jesus was a Freemason. He was in the order of the Melchizedek, which is basically the Freemason. The eagle was the old symbol for Scorpio, and Scorpio rules the genital areas. You are meant to raise the sexual energy up the 33 vertebrae of your spine to activate the pineal gland and 100% of your brain, and this is when you are born again. This is why the eagle has an illuminated crown and the number 33 on it.
Baby. Very good. Very definitely do it. Hey, for sure. For sure. No, that's not the same person. Yeah.
What makes you confident?
Making people laugh.
Can you tell me a joke?
How dare you? No. Don't put me on the spot like that.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Alcohol.
Alcohol. What was your favorite drink?
Orange wine.
Advice to your younger self?
It's better if he likes you more than you like him.
What makes you confident?
Making people.
Yesterday we had a massive timeline shift. Talking about this baby right here. See that little line right there? If you woke up today feeling of two ways, either having a massive headache, feeling completely off, emotional, feeling not like yourself in a good way at all, you timeline jumped. And or if you woke up in a completely different confidence, a confidence that just felt like no fucks given, like nothing is bothering you, you feel good, but you kind of feel empty, you quantum jumped. Now within timeline shifts like this, I'm finally realizing there are events within our matrix, within our simulation, that always kind of take place. Like it can be small ones, it can be ones that are just relative to your own personal reality that happen normally a few days ahead of time, and then it's like a massive breakthrough. And again, this is stuff you're not going to hear from anyone else. You can't really find things within this. This is just a knowing. Now that you know, and if you happen to jump within this timeline, what are you going to do with it? Yesterday we had a massive time.
You sleep for 7 or 8 hours, you're going to spend 3 hours. This is medical studies now. This is hard no science now. We've known this since the 1950s when we discovered the 4 brainwaves. You spend 3 hours out of the body into the 5th dimension. The question is, where do you go? Most people, because they don't know what they're doing, or because they're arguing with their wife, or they're worrying about problems, or because they had too many drugs, they go to the lower astral plane. That's a very bad neighborhood.
Like how?
Well, except you can get out of it. Okay?
Yeah.
So it's like purgatory. Okay?
Purgatory, okay.
Whereas if you use the techniques I described in psychic protection techniques and more positive things, you can leave through the crown chakra, not through the 3rd chakra, which will take you to the lower astral. If you go to the crown chakra, which is where you want to go, now you go to the upper astral plane, or the causal, mental, etheric, or even soul plane. Those are all positive dimensions. Okay? The only 2 negative dimensions are the lower astral plane and this one. You have a lot of problems here. But the other dimensions are all positive. And each dimension has a sound and certain characteristics that are relevant to it. For example, if you're out of the body and you hear the roar of the sea, you're on the astral plane. If you hear the tinkling of bells like in a New Age bookstore, now you're on the causal plane where the Akashic records are stored. If you hear the sound of running water, you're on the mental plane. And if you hear the buzzing of bees, you're on the etheric plane. Or if you hear the sound of a flute, you're on the soul plane. You sleep for 7 or 8 hours, you're going to...
You learned that absolutely blew your freaking mind. If we see success as fixing problems, we will always need more problems to be successful. That's why if you get all these self-help programs to fix or heal yourself, your brain will always be like, oh, they love fixing, they love healing. Let me give them more trauma to heal. And because you're on your healing journey and you've been spending so much time avoiding doing actually the things you want to do, because you said, no, I need to heal first. You told the brain that the things that you actually want to do must be dangerous, because if they weren't dangerous, you wouldn't avoid them. So now the brain's like, oh, I need to protect them from the danger. And because the brain doesn't have arms or legs to hold you back, instead, the brain will give you a thought like, you're not ready yet, you're not good enough yet, you're not healed yet. And because you think that's the truth, because you don't know it's actually a defense mechanism that the brain gives you to protect you, you keep wasting your time with the self-help addiction. Something you learned that absolutely blew your freaking mind.
That's real though. You're right. Besides, it's brain, well, you're gonna have problems forever, man. As long as this system is going on, you're gonna have problems, man. For real. Even without the system, even then, you're still gonna have problems. Look, it's just what it is, man. So it's part of this journey of life, man. But it would be a lot better if everything wasn't how it is now. I definitely would say that for sure.
This is not the old days like grandfather lived on a farm, no poison air, no pesticide, no GMO, okay? This is now. Wakey, wakey. We are beating off chemicals every day of our lives. We are breathing in chemtrails. We've got the vaccines, we've got the dirt in the air, we've got the GMO foods, the nanotech. Our bodies are being waylaid by this stuff. So you have to do something about it. This is not the old days like grandfather lived on a farm, no poison air, no pesticide, no GMO, okay? This is now. Wakey, wakey. We are beating off chemicals every day of our lives. We are breathing in chemtrails. We've got the vaccines, we've got the dirt in the air, we've got the GMO.
Sorry about that, y'all.
There's no way that you can convince me right now that this isn't a Nephi right there, you feel me? And what I mean by Nephi, it's a Nephilim, petrified man, you feel me? My man was cooked. Like, you can clearly see his features, yo. Peep that shit. This picture a little blurry, but look at that, John, bro. My man was taking him in before he checked. And I guarantee y'all didn't see this one, yo. They built a whole city over in Sicily, Italy, and all that on top of a Nephi, bro. Oh my God. This what that John looked like at night. Pete, y'all can see the legs, the head, and all that, yo. But think about the size, though. No diddy. My man was the size of a city, bro. They had big ass cats too, yo. You feel me? It wasn't just the Nephis. Remember they said all prehistoric, you feel me? Everything back then was, you feel me, way bigger. And you know that the DNA and biome was different, so they, you feel me? You mean? We all know that this was a big ass tree that they was trying to climb up to escape from the flood, yo. In Genesis, the beginning, Merrimack. Also, yo, this is my personal opinion. I don't think they carried them big ass blocks on their back. Yo, that shit cat. Way up! There's no way that you could.
Yeah. What if? Now that I'm thinking about it, this is just my opinion. I don't know if it's true, but what if it was just giants just moving like rocks around, and it wasn't no technology that they used, like some telekinesis or whatever. What if they were just big giants and they just created that? But nah, it probably wasn't like that. I don't know, but it could have been just big giants just making stuff. And they just made some pyramids. I don't know, but that is interesting though. Like, I would want it to be telekinesis. Like, that'd be cool. Like, dang, that y'all was back then. Y'all was using telekinesis and stuff like that. Dang, that's dope. They'd be like, dang, I wish we could still do that today, you know. But it's interesting how like our world is. It's very interesting, kind of real. Disgusting.
Dear black women, since I can say this, dear black women, I just wanted to say, you're amazing. I love you so much. Okay. You're incredible. Honestly, how do you do it? You freaking shine everywhere you go. You are twice exceptional. You are incredible, okay? I admire you. I love you. I wish I could be black. Then I could have lips, and I could actually have an ass. And I can actually go out in the sun without a hat and glasses and cover up and sunscreen. And my hair, oh my God, all the things I could do with my hair. Oh my God. Black women, you do the most beautiful things with your hair. It's like art. I mean, your whole lives is like a work of art. I admire you, I respect you, I love you, and I call you my sisters.
They do be having new hairstyles every week. I'm sorry, but it's true.
Had to say that. I love you.
Like, dang, you got that one?
We are on a precipice. We are on the edge here. We can go to one side or the other at any given moment. And this is where I'm so happy and pleased that we are on the rise of consciousness and trying to navigate their way through this chaos and bring order to the chaos. So little by little, we're getting there. And it's important for everyone to begin to understand and take their part, their role, not sit back and watch the world burn, but actually take part, in the rise in consciousness on this planet by helping, assisting, learning, educating, and helping people to raise their consciousness, because this has happened before. The Mayans said that there were 4 ages on this planet, 4 worlds. They said we're heading into the 5th. We're heading into the Age of Aquarius now, 2025. It's right around the corner. And so it's a beautiful time to be alive. It really is, because I see from where I came from starting to talk about this stuff decades ago to where we are now. Now I'm on every mainstream TV network. I'm on mainstream podcasts and shows. I'm on blogs and websites and I'm on interviews. And it's incredible. So I can see this shift in consciousness heading in the right direction. And I'm optimistic that we're going to continue to go in that direction, even though there will be some stumbling blocks along the way. We are on a precipice.
Happy Hunger Games! And may the odds be ever in your favor.
They've done studies that found that when you eat beef, some of the material from that beef can stay in your body for years, for multiple years. So that's another benefit, just like kind of just feeling more nimble and feeling like my body and my digestive system is operating the way it's supposed to be. They help with mental health, clarity, not having this cloudy mindset, because you're like, all right, well, if I'm going through all of this discipline and I'm saying no to all of these things and I'm, working really hard to cook these foods just so that I can be healthy, it doesn't make sense for me to go out and binge drink every weekend, and be drinking all this alcohol that's counterproductive to my health. It don't make sense for me to be smoking all the time and messing my lungs up, or to smoking tobacco and blunts and all of these things. It doesn't make sense for me to be beating myself up emotionally and mentally. So it really just sort of became like this this outward growth of health consciousness. So I began to work out. Now I have a trainer. I work out 4 days a week. Which like before, I just think I didn't have the discipline to do it. So between like working out more and just making more conscious food choices, seeing things like my blood pressure go down, and just feeling like I'm in the best shape of my life, man. I'm 36 years old, but I don't feel like I'm 36. Like I feel like I'm still. They've done studies that found that when you eat beef,
Chicken eaters beware, or else you will fall prey to a terrible disease. Watch this video carefully to see how tiny viruses are found in chicken. Often these viruses are not visible to us, but when viewed under a microscope, many viruses were seen. Nowadays, chickens are fed dangerous chemical-laden food to make them grow quickly, so that a chicken becomes 4.4 to 6.6 pounds in just 30 to 40 days, which is like poison for our health. Share this video with all chicken eaters to save their lives. Chicken.
Never go to sleep without a request to your subconscious. Your subconscious mind is directing your entire life. It is the programs that are running in your brain that influence what you see out here. And so the reason why saying them at night is so important, because in these sleepy states, especially right before you go to bed, that's when you have access to your subconscious mind. So my favorite affirmations are, number 3, show me how good it can get. Show me how good it can get. So when you wake up, your brain is now looking for evidence that affirms that thought, showing you how good life really is. Number 2, everything is always working out for me. This is my favorite. Everything is always working out for me. What a beneficial belief to have for yourself in your own life. And number 1, thank you for showing me that this issue has been resolved. A little bit of gratitude in there so that gives you a sense of being grateful that it's already been done, but also whatever problem that you're struggling with, trusting that the solution has come and has. Never go to sleep without a request.
The subconscious is interesting, right? Like it picks up on everything. Like you don't even try to pick up on it, you know. It just unless your conscience is like aware of it, you just want to be aware of it. But your subconscious just picks up on everything, noises, all like smells, all that. Just you subconsciously just pick up on it. You don't even try. That's crazy. So I guess that she's right. That is important to you to be saying some good stuff before you go to sleep. I think that's where it's at. Like the dreams is probably just based off of the subconscious.
This person had a crazy experience, and you guys have tagged me in this nonstop, so we're gonna watch it. I'll let you know my thoughts after.
It is not Deja Reve. It is a secret third thing, and I would love to know if anyone has ever experienced anything like what I'm about to say. So this happened in end of November in 2021. I was living with my ex at the time, and we were making dinner. I'm standing at the island in the kitchen, and she has her back turned to me. She's facing the toaster, and I remember this specifically because she was toasting bread to go with her spaghetti, and I was having a thought process of I just had never heard of anyone toasting bread to go with their spaghetti. I'm sure that's a thing. Like I've heard of garlic bread and spaghetti, but I just hadn't thought of like toast with spaghetti. So I was thinking about that. Again, her back is facing me. She starts talking. All of a sudden in the middle of her sentence, my ears start ringing like crazy. Disclaimer, this is when I start to sound absolutely insane. Okay, you don't have to tell me, I know. I feel a sensation I have never felt before, which is the feeling of being above my body and slamming back into it, as if I was just somewhere else and I have just arrived in my body. And in the same way, you know when you wake up from a dream and like you're clinging to the details of the dream and it just starts to slip through your fingers the moment you wake up? Like that, I was starting to forget where I just was. But I was repeating a few things over and over again in my head from where I just was. And those two things were, why am I here again? I've already done all this and I have to do it right this time. Again, why am I back here? I've already done all this and I have to do it right this time. Over and over, that was all I retained from it, but it was a physical sensation of dropping into my body, like almost like I respawned in a video game. I had this distinct feeling that I was older. Like I don't know how to say that without sounding insane, but the first few moments of me being back in my body were spent looking around in disbelief and wonder that I was back here again, which terrified me. And simultaneously, almost as if it was like a visual, and I know this sounds fucking crazy, almost visually, I can see in front of me the paths from that exact moment. On one of the two, like, paths, if you will, is me responding normally to what my ex was saying. Like she was saying something about her pasta bread and I responded normally to that. And then on the other side was the one that I felt like I was on, was the one where instead of responding to the bread comment, I said, hold up, I just had the most insane fucking deja vu of my life. But before I felt the path fork sort of situation, for a split second, it felt as if, and I know this sounds insane, but it's important, it felt like I was holding two memories of the same moment, and then they changed, and then that path went that way, and I went this way, and I could no longer see that, and then it all faded. It was all over in like 10 seconds. But this is where it gets insane. I say, hold up, I just had the most insane deja vu of my entire life. I went, I feel like I just slammed back into my body. That's all I said. I'm expecting her to just be like, wow, that's crazy, because that's what everyone always does. Instead, she turns around and looks at me with absolute horror in her face and says, wait, that happened to me today too. She said, I was standing in the aisle hanging things at work and I felt like I slammed back into my body. And she said, I didn't even say it out loud. She said, I felt like I was holding two memories of the same moment and then it split. And we just stood there staring at each other in absolute disbelief. And I never was the same after that. Ever. It changed my entire perception of time. Like, it broke my brain. I actually for a while was afraid that I had experienced some sort of psychosis or something, so I would talk to my therapist about it and she was like, this does not sound like psychosis to me, but it bothers me to this day because there was a distinct feeling that I felt in that moment that did not feel like deja vu or deja reve. It was distinct and it's never happened before and it's never happened since, and it fucks me up because those are the only two things I remember. Like, why was my thought, I have to do it right this time? Do what? Do what right this time? That's a lot of pressure. What happened last time? Did I die and then respawn for real? Anyway, my whole life changed after that. And for the record, I'm pleased with my life now. Like, we're good. Everything's great. Has anything like this ever happened to any of you? I don't have words for it. And since we're on the topic, I felt like it might be a good time to bring it up because I've been searching for answers. Also, fun fact, me telling that story was actually the first video I ever recorded on this TikTok account. It's still sitting in my drafts. I obviously never posted it, but I recorded that video like right after it happened because it was so insane that I was like, I feel like I should share this with the internet, but then I was scared of the internet back then. So I didn't, but now I'm telling it. And does anyone know what it was? Thank you so much.
So I'm really torn on this, right? Because the like going back into your body like that gives me astral projection vibes, like when you're astral projecting and then you like whoop, back into your body. But the fact that things were different afterwards and you felt like you were older gives me quantum immortality vibes, like you died in hop timelines. I don't know how you died. Maybe the toaster blew up. But then the fact that the girlfriend also experienced it earlier, and the fact that you saw like you literally had both memories at the same time and chose a different path and you were told to choose a different path. Like what? Then that can't be quantum immortality. It's like something was giving you the option like, hey, you just screwed this up and it's going to take you down like a road that you don't want to eventually go down. Maybe not even now, maybe like this road of doing this thing will lead you down this path. It's not going to be good for you. Make a different choice. But this is, and to literally see like paths, like footsteps paths is so cool. This whole thing is so cool and so intriguing. I have not heard anything like this. I'm not positive on what happened. I mean, I'm never positive on what happened. I have no idea. I'm just guessing, but I'm not even positive on my speculations. I need to hear everybody else's thoughts and speculations in the comments. Please let me know what you think. This person had a crazy.
That's interesting. Like time jumping, timeline jumping. That I think that's a real thing. Like even like how your life can be going like terribly, like super bad. You could just time jump into like everything going good now. Like that's interesting. Like, that's how you know like there's definitely other universes like ours, you know, like they probably on a different timeline than us and all that. Like that's probably another you right now, living it up, you know. But you right here, you know, going through whatever you gotta go through. That's interesting though, you know.
What's good, family? So the official woke dead moss just touched down. It's called the Blue Passion. It's organic pineapple, organic passion fruit, and organic blue spirulina, and of course, organic sea moss. Now, obviously, I picked the flavors out and everything, y'all, but I haven't actually got to try it. So we're gonna try it on camera in front of y'all right now. Putting them down. Oh my God! Oh my God! Hold on, wait, no, I can't even. Bro, I can't make this up, bro. This is the best flavor I tried. It's like you taste the passion fruit, and then the pineapple come and just hit you out of nowhere, and it's just like a perfect combination of natural flavors, bro. Now I need you to try this, because you're not gonna believe me unless you do. This is out right now, y'all. There's only 44 jars available, and for the next 24 hours, you can get yours for 50% off, family. It tastes amazing. Everything in here is organic. And
I wonder how the regular sea moss tastes, because if they gotta put flavor to it, I know that junk don't taste good with it by itself. The original, you know, they put a flavor to it. Dang, I gotta try that out.
When people think about burning fat, you think about running, cardio. I have to burn all these calories. What turns out, resistance training, weightlifting, squatting, high intensity, but not burning a lot of calories during the actual session. So intense weightlifting effectively helps you burn fat. We're not focusing on burning tons of calories. We're talking about stimulating that muscle with resistance training. One research paper came out last year, 2021, found that just heavy weightlifting was able to release these different cellular vesicles that help you burn fat. The point here, the benefits of exercise only continue to get better. So it needs to become a habit. So stick with what you can habitually do. If it's a walk after every meal, that's your exercise. Just bite off what you can chew. Don't think you need to go from no exercise to 7 days a week. Slowly work into it. And the more that this becomes a habit, the more benefits you will experience in your life. When people think about burning fat, you think about running, cardio. I have to burn all these calories. What turns out, resistance training, weightlifting, squatting.
Been brought to my attention that during the debate,
these was noticed on Kamala Harris' ears, okay? And apparently these are some form of devices that have the ability of allowing you to hear transmissions where somebody can actually state or tell you what to say, basically, and you can listen in and you can actually be coached or coaxed on what to say. They're actually called Nova Audio earrings. They're basically wireless earphones embedded in a pair of pearl earrings, and apparently she was using these during a debate. I'll say allegedly for this act. Personally, I don't agree with none of these politicians, basically. All right, all of them are falsifying information and basically lying. None of them have our best interests, her or Trump, or any other politician that ever was in office for that matter. It's time that everyone realized that the world is a stage, all right? This is all the big play. This is all the big facade, all the big show that they basically putting on for us. Believing these politicians have your best interest is just like a kid believing in Santa Claus or the Tooth Fairy or the Easter Bunny. It's just as fictional as that. If I was actually stepping up as a leadership role and I was confident that I can actually fulfill that role, no one would have to tell me what to say. All right, I would know exactly what I'm saying. It would be all from the heart, right? This is how you know that this is all a joke, all right? This is all a facade. It's been brought to my attention that during the debate.
Yeah, I honestly agree with that, but none of them have our best interest at all. It's the same stuff every year. It doesn't matter now. Just like it's the same stuff every year, like with the holidays. Like, that's crazy. People celebrating that for years. It's like all this stuff gotta come to an end eventually. Come on, man, it's getting old.
Y'all, someone in Afghanistan found a statue with a QR code attached to his head. Now, I think that this is real bizarre, right? Because I heard a story that they had basically figured out time travel back in the past, right? Like on some like Stargate shit, you feel me? And somehow taught some of the people back then about the future and gave them some of the sauce, yo. Now I feel like this.
I gotta say it. Do that look like a QR code, bruh? That look like a QR code that you scan. Like, what the heck? Nah, that's crazy, man. That's how you know technology been here. Been here for forever. Has anyone tried to scan it? Like, what? Nah, these comments is funny.
It really makes sense, right? Now think about this. How do the Simpsons always know when something's about to happen? Is it just a prediction or is it planned? From all this time I've been on Earth, I just keep seeing different plans, you feel me? Archaeologists also found these other two crazy statues, man, with this shit on the ground. Y'all tell me, yo. But I do find it weird that in all of the ancient tablets and on the walls and all that, it's always like a half man, like half animal or some crazy shit. Oh my god! Y'all, someone in Afghanistan.
You will never get what you want as long as you embody the current version of you. You hate your life, ain't about is what you focus on. What you focus on is where you place your emotions. Your emotions are energy in motion. What you give your energy to is what's going to manifest into your life in abundance. The Buddha once said, what you think you create, what you feel you attract, what you imagine you become. Follow these steps and you can have anything you want. Change your subconscious programming, shift your identity, change your self-concept, create a character if you will. Show up as the version of you that already has what you desire. Develop the mental and emotional state of this version of you. The habits, the thought patterns, act like this version of you. Visualize, control your mental and emotional state. Get the life you want.
So nature does it again, teach us a valuable lesson. You can help everybody else up, but is them people gonna help you up when you need them? And are you gonna be one of those people that have to have a moment before you actually realize that those people don't really fuck with you? And what be the messed up part is we don't even realize how much in the comments. Like a follow from
They didn't even try to hook that and out. Like, everybody got what they want, and then he over here just stuck. That's crazy, man. Yeah, you gotta put yourself first, man. You can't hope out it. People, especially if you're not where you gotta be. For real. Like, please take care of yourself first.
I find that natural healers have a very unique perspective on health and disease. You know, me coming from a totally different side of natural healing, coming from essentially modern medicine, to jumping off of that grass onto the natural space of natural healing, it really shifted my whole perspective.
Yes.
And I think what happened was it began with me having that healing experience for myself. And because I had dis-ease in my body. And so the beautiful part about natural healers is that we get to see and hear the failures of modern medicine from a very unique and very honest perspective, almost like a childlike honesty. I find that natural healers have...
Maybe you're too aware, and that's why
If you listen...
Maybe you're too aware, and that's why nothing seems like it matters.
Is anyone else like too aware? Like, I'm too aware that this is all temporary, this is all part of the human experience, and that nothing matters, and that everything is subconscious programming, and everything is made up. Like the days of the week, that's made up. Monday, someone decided this day is called Monday, this day is called Tuesday. It's all made up. Like, humans made everything up. Like money, it's just made up. It doesn't mean anything. Like, there are so many different things, like road signs, the street names. Like, somebody just decided this street is named that name. Like, it's so stupid. Like, it's really hard for me to live my life and just be a normal person because I'm just too aware. I'm always seeing things from a background perspective. Like, I'm seeing everything. I'm seeing through the programming, seeing through the matrix. Does anyone else know what I'm saying, or am I just crazy? Please.
Maybe you're too aware, and that's why nothing seems like it matters.
If you listen to really loud music through your earbuds, the loud sounds cause the tiny hair cells in your inner ear to vibrate excessively. Over time, this intense vibration can lead to the breakdown and death of these hair cells. Once damaged, these cells cannot regenerate, leading to permanent hearing loss. Additionally, prolonged exposure to loud noise can cause tinnitus, a constant ringing in the ears. If you listen to really loud...
When y'all use headphones and you just be blasting music in your ear, you gotta stop doing that. I'm a victim of it too. I be doing it too, so that's I'm talking to myself too. Yeah, you gotta stop doing that. Oh. God, that was so
Chodź pod wodą, chodź!
It's like, I get it, you know how to swim, but damn, you gotta take it to the...
Chodź pod wodą, chodź pod wodą! Pod wodą, chodź! Oto tam! Dobre! Daj!
God, how good I'm at that swimming, like, bro. You won't be catching me doing this, you know.
The alpha.
Yes.
The rest of the men beat them almost to death.
And he said it will scare the women so bad that they will stop depending on those men. He said what we'll do is we'll reverse nature.
Right.
In a woman's natural state, she will naturally depend on her men. That's how God created us. We love feeling safe, we love feeling secure, and men love giving that. It's just natural.
That's how it should be.
And he said once those women see that, they will become in a frozen, independent state. And what they will do is they will raise all of their young men to be weak and docile,
but only in their minds.
In their mind, but
strong in
physically
body,
strong, because she don't want them to die. And she will create her daughters to be the same as her,
independent,
to be independent and not to lean on those men. And he said we will not have to do any work anymore. Those women will make sure that those men never rise up again.
Right.
And I think the devil has always known that.
Right.
If you want to get a group of people, get their males.
If you want to get to
make them men silent.
The alpha.
Yes.
The rest of the men beat them almost to death.
And he said it will scare the women so bad that they will stop depending on those men.
For the sake of my mental health, I need y'all to check in with me because I can't be the only one noticing this shit, right? Why is it that in America we have more fitness centers than anywhere in the world or any generation before us, but none of us are actually fit? We have more vitamin and supplement centers than anywhere else in the world or any generation before us, but none of us are actually healthy. They don't do that in other countries because in other countries, they get their nutrition from their food, which leads me to my next point. We pay more on a daily basis just to obtain regular food, and none of it has any healthy or nutritional properties at all. It's quite the contrary. It's actually poisoning us and making us sick, where we have access to the best medical advancements and technology ever to exist. We're still a nation chock full of obese, diabetic, cancer patients. We have an abundant amount of mental health resources, but we're all suffering from anxiety, depression, or insomnia, potentially all of the above. We sleep more than we ever did. We're always tired. We drink more water than ever before. We're constantly dehydrated. We work harder than we ever have. We're always fucking poor. We have insane skin regimens, but we're aging in fucking dog years. Like, I just can't fucking wrap my head around it. I seriously can't. Never before in the history of America or in any other country have they put such a large amount of money and attention into health and beauty and not been healthy nor beautiful. And why do you think that is? For the sake of my mental health, I need y'all to check in with me.
Not lying, though. She's not. Check this out. See his point of view on this. Let me see what he got to say.
This is loaded, bottom of the ninth, and this is just a mixtape. I cannot play with this video because at 56, we just made the video about Fat Man Scoop. We just made a video about Kevin Samuels, about 60 plus, going live drinking Red Bulls. Listen, to all you young men out there in the 20s, put a 44 in the chat. As you hit your 50s, it's time to relax by the villa. It's time to kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Even if your feet smell like Fritos, it's time to relax.
Yeah.
You guys have to understand, at the age of 56, the Uncle Tom cooning must come to an end. At the age of 56, you cannot go out like a sucker. It is sad to see how, as melanated men, our job is supposed to entertain the world and make other people laugh. Now, a lot of people laugh at my videos, but I run a...
56 is crazy. He out here, he's still out here wilding like that.
Commentary style video where I just tell you what I see off of the pictures. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm just a journalist, and this is just a mixtape. But my goal is not to make you laugh. My goal is to help us get jobs, and my goal is to help melanated people don't want to make it into entertainment industry. My job is to make sure, because our problem as a culture is we don't want to work. We want somebody to cut us $1 million. Instead of earning $1 million, instead of having $1 million in product, they want us to believe that somebody's going to give us $1 million without the fall of our embarrassment. They want us to be an Uncle Tom. They want us to go on shows like First Take. They want us to be Stephen A. Listen, all these guys are what you call Uncle Toms. And you probably think of it and keep it simple. What is an Uncle Tom? An Uncle Tom is a melanated man that will drop the N-word. And Shannon Sharpe, Ocho Cinco, they love to drop the N-word. And this is why a lot of people that run the entertainment industry, they love people like Shannon Sharpe because he's the perfect man that we can make a humiliation ritual out of. You got to ask yourself, as a man, do you want to put on makeup when you go to work? They got this man straight up looking crazy. My man is literally 200 plus pounds wearing makeup, looking like Ben Rames as a cross-dresser. You mean to tell me? And listen, let's stay focused. Try not to laugh, but I call it how I see it. That's why my content is so real. I call it how I see it. This man literally is talking about, I appreciate the concern over my makeup.
That's funny.
We can't go out like this. Shout out to South Africa. Shout out to the Zulu Warriors. Shout out to the Corsairs. Shout out to all my strong brothers in Africa that are still fighting a good fight, because in America, for the bag, we're just giving up. Shout out to all my FLS soldiers around the world. Imagine you have to write, sorry for my makeup. My man is literally running around with an orange bag, looking like a family-sized pack of Cheetos, and you mean to tell me that he wants us to believe that he is a straight male? Listen, Shannon Sharpe, your life is your life. Do what you got to do. But when you walking around with an orange purse, looking like a family pack of Sunkiss, you guys have to understand, I don't want to hear anything you have to say. I never watched the show Club Shay Shay. I caught a couple clips on TikTok, nothing more, nothing less. But I said this time and time, how could you even watch a man that names his show Club Shay Shay?
No, that name.
Shannon Sharpe is heavily involved with the LGBT.
Somebody called Club Shay Shay? That don't sound right, dog. I'm just saying. It doesn't. That's not a good
LGBT community. Shannon Sharpe, you don't have to fake the funk. Like they say on Next Friday, you ain't got to lie, Craig. Ain't no man that values his tough tenacity, no man that values being a warrior, no man that values being in the jungle is coming outside with an orange Starburst purse. It's not happening. It is not happening. And the thing about Shannon Sharpe, they try to fire his stylist, but everybody who knows, and there's no coming back. My man is literally rolling with a guy that calls himself Hollywood D-Print. Listen, it can never happen. It can never happen. I know you're probably thinking, but Mr. Keep It Simple is fashion. It can never happen. Bars. The man literally calls himself Hollywood D-Print, and Shannon Sharpe is posted front row with him. Shannon Sharpe is taking vacations with him. Listen, this is what they do to our strongest warriors. Shannon Sharpe, like, let's be serious. My man is literally like 280. My man looked like he could run over a Kia Soul. My man is literally feminized. And that's what they want to do to us through these Greek fraternities. And when I talk about this, but this is how they want to make us feminine. And once again, shout out to all my brothers out there that denounce the Greek fraternity.
Y'all wonder who I'm watching. This is
the reason that most.
Give me a second. Let me pause it. This is Mr. Keep It Simple. You guys want to check out on YouTube? It's right there. Let's get back to it.
Guys joining the Greek fraternity is for access to vagina from different campuses. And you're probably going to think, Mr. Keep It Simple, can you break it down? When you have those three letters, you could go to any college and you could have network to new vagina. So most of the guys that join the Greek, it's more than job advancing. Most guys join Greek fraternities for vagina on different campuses as well. So you guys have to understand, in order for us to get vagina, we got to act like a vagina. I'm not playing with this video. This is why I love this channel, because I don't worry about monetization. I don't worry about watching my words, but this is how it is in our culture. In order for us to dress like a woman, in order for us to get woman, we let him cook. And this is just a mixtape. In order for us to get a woman, we got to paint our fingernails like Drake. We got to paint our fingernails like Lil Baby. We got to paint our fingernails.
Crazy, man. They really be having them selling out, man. They have these celebrities doing some wild stuff. I can't lie. Alright. Just so I don't get yellow marked about YouTube. Yeah, leave that alone for now.
The tongue is what shorts the circuit that will send the Kundalini energy up your spine. And this is, you must do this. If you don't do this, your temple is dead. Let the dead bury their dead. To bring yourself alive, you must bring that electrical current up into your brain and activate the dormant brain cells. Trillions of dormant brain cells. Every human has them. And there's only one way to reactivate them. Once that oil ascends, and with your tongue up to the roof of the mouth, it enables that process, reactivation of cells, and you have light. Job 29:10, the voices of the nobles were hushed, and their tongues stick to the roof of their mouths. Job 20:12. The nobles, this is from my friend Richard at hiddenlighthouse.blogspot. Yeah, I apologise that I didn't really, com.au. Job 20:12. Though evil is sweet in his mouth, and he hides it under his tongue, the tongue is what shorts the...
When the hell is people gonna wake up and realize that this whole time they have been poisoning us over and over and over again? They are consistently contaminating us with neurotoxins, toxic age-accelerating metals, okay? These metals are oxidizing you. Every day that you are around metals like lead, cadmium, and mercury, it's actually accelerating your aging process. They utilize harsh chemicals like atrazine that are known endocrine disruptors. Here's a list of all the ingredients utilized in chemtrails, okay? I'm gonna move out the way. Y'all can pause the video and read this. When these deletes talk about reducing carbon, they're actually referring to us. This is how much they actually fear our ascension process and fear us actually coming into knowing who we really are. Their objective is to keep us sick and distracted. All the places in the world, we actually have the worst food. There's ingredients in our food that are illegal in other countries. Here's a perfect example. Okay, look at the US version versus the UK version. I'll move out your way. All right, you see those ingredients? Just look at that. Why do this ketchup need so much more ingredients than this one? I feel like this whole landmass is victims of a mass experiment. After knowing that we are treated completely different than the rest of the world, you have to ask yourself why. Why is the United States an experiment country? Land of the free, home of the brave is simply an illusion. That's false. So-called forefathers of this land stole it. This country is built on racism and patriarchy. The Bible made mention of Babylon the Great. It was referring to the United States. In order to make it during this ascension process is going to be even harder if you're from America. This is because we are fed worse. They put more chemtrails over us. They put more fluoride in our water. This is why I heavily promote detoxing the body, Cosmic Family. It's important that you're detoxing, utilizing things like chlorophyll. Also cleansing yourself of all parasitic organisms. I recommend that you're utilizing things that reverse the process of aging. Utilizing things that are actually efficient for mitochondrial biogenesis, such as carbon-60. Made you aware that you should be consuming black seed oil every day. Alright, it's rich in thymoquinone and fights diseases like cancer, which is a man-made ailment. You should be taking herbs like haritaki to decalcify your pineal gland. Or herbs like black macaroot to heal you from all the endocrine disruptors that they're using on us. I'm gonna make it simple. To cleanse yourself of this, neurotoxins, you need this. Herbs like haritaki, as well as lion's mane mushroom and ginkgo biloba, are efficient for the damage that neurotoxins like fluoride cause. If you are someone that has been consuming a lot of this, then you need this. Wormwood, black walnut, as well as whole cloves not only kills parasites, but it eradicates their eggs. And most processed foods actually contain manufactured parasitic organisms. They literally place the parasites right in the processed food. And this is to keep you buying it. The parasites attached to you, they keep you attracted to this type of food. Why you can't eat those snacks alone. This is actually what a lot of the big snack companies are doing to keep you addicted to this food that you know you shouldn't be consuming. As the parasitic organisms take residence in your digestive tract, they begin to increase in size. This is why to give up that type of food, you must cleanse yourself of all parasitic organisms, okay? And again, wormwood, black walnut, and whole cloves is the 3 primary components that eradicates parasitic organisms as well as their larvae. After eradicating the parasites, you want to use chlorophyll as a natural binder. All right, chlorophyll contains a substance called mycelium. The mycelium will wrap around the remains of the parasitic organisms, the dead remains, and actually expel them out of your body. It would act as a natural expectorant. Chlorophyll is also going to be essential for the removal of toxic metals such as lead, cadmium, and mercury out of your body. This is all steps we must take on our journey to activating our crystal body. You also must be grounding and sun gazing. Okay, this is very essential as well. For all high quality herbs and metaphysical products for spiritual exploration, click the link in my bio and visit Holistic Remedy.
Yo, that's crazy. Like, imagine we can really see all the parasites and stuff in our bodies. Like, half the stuff we eat, we probably wouldn't really still be eating it. I know it tastes good, but like, imagine you can see. Like, our eyes can really see that far to the point where we can see that even the parasites that's really in there. Like, dang. Good thing we not made like that, because that would definitely ruin the whole experience of, like, the good foods we do be eating. That would definitely ruin it for real. Dang, we don't even know what's really going on in our bodies for real. Wow.
I'm about to give you young niggas some good ass advice right now. I know your dads ain't tell you this shit. A lot of you young niggas be taking these honey packs and shit, and y'all don't gotta take them. I'm gonna tell you the best solution to get you to last longer in the pussy, bro.
What's that on?
Having sex is in the same place as eating and drinking in the brain. Nobody says, oh, fuck it, I won't eat for 10 years. I don't have time for that eating thing. But people don't have sex for 10 years at a time. And they wonder why they get sick. So 80% autoimmune disease, women, it's stress because we're absorbing it and we shut down the pleasure. It makes the stress much worse, makes the physical health much worse. And then we get the Lyme diagnosis, the MS diagnosis, the chronic fatigue, whatever. Having sex is in the same place as eating and drinking in the brain. Nobody says, oh, fuck it, I won't eat for 10 years. I don't have time for.
So how do you make a sweet potato tart that's healthy, delicious, but different? By using purple sweet potatoes. And that's exactly what I'm doing today, making this sweet potato fruit tart. Now for the fruit, I'm gonna use a mix of berries because they're the healthiest fruit on the planet. Then I'm gonna add some mango for decoration. Now if you wanna see me make this step by step, go to my YouTube channel and check out the video. And then save the recipe and make your own.
Because you can't have another mind. That's basically what he be saying every time. Make your own.
We're now speaking with a man who saw all of this unfold.
Since when does Walmart offer drive-through service? I swear, there is always something going down at Walmart every time I go.
damn.
I stopped by Walmart on my way home from work to get a...
Somebody was mad about something that day. For them to drive through Walmart, like, damn. You know you be getting all your good stuff out of there, and you know, somebody, something happened.
These are the 4 worst foods to eat for lunch. For number 1, Lunchables. Everything inside of a Lunchable pack is processed, including the meat. This shit is so bad that even the health organization advises people not to eat these. And don't tell me you eating these knockoff cookies too. Next, we got oven baked pizza. Now this type of pizza is considered ultra processed. It's high in sugar, sodium, and calories with no nutritional benefits. And eating too much can cause serious health issues. Next, y'all, we got Spam. Now if you really out here eating Spam sandwiches, we gotta have a talk. Spam is not real meat and is probably the most processed thing on this list. And this is why it can last in a can for 2 to 5 years without expiring. They're also full of calories, fat, and sodium nitrate. So pretty much try to find every way to stay away from Spam. And last but not least, ramen noodles. Now I know what you're thinking, bruh. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to help. Ramen is very high in sodium, which can increase the risk of heart disease. It can also raise your blood pressure if you eat too much of it. And the seasoning packs is full of salt, which is not good for your health either. Now if you want to still eat good while staying healthy, I got y'all. Just download this grocery guide. It'll show you all the harmful food to stay away from and will tell you how to get the best food. And this will make shopping 10 times easier. Just comment the word grocery and I'll send you a link with the...
There's something in these clouds, y'all. Peep this shit. Look at that. Now, I know y'all remember the movie Nope, and they was saying how there'd be UFOs and some crazy shit in the cloud, but the UFOs be alive or some shit, right?
It's in the cloud. OJ! It's in the cloud!
Now, I know that y'all know that they be telling us inside these movies and shit. And I don't know if y'all remember during the solar eclipse, everybody caught some shit floating in the clouds. And just yesterday in Sweden, somebody took pictures of this shit, yo. Look at that. And notice it's not AI, because if you can see in this corner, then you can see the reflection of the car. Peep that, John. I know y'all been seeing all them videos of like a crazy UFO looking John in the clouds. And I told y'all there was even one here in Miami, yo. Wake up! There's something in these clouds, y'all.
A woman found a finger in her chili at a Wendy's in 2005. The shocking story caused public outrage and major losses for Wendy's. Most people assumed it was a work accident gone wrong, but as investigators dug deeper, doubts emerged. It turned out the finger didn't come from Wendy's at all. The woman received it from a friend and had planted it in the chili herself. She was hoping to sue the fast food chain for a big payout, but ended up arrested and sentenced to prison instead. A woman...
What? That's tough. She's gonna get some money, and it's tough.
These lines that we get here, this is our small intestines and our liver. And you can see one side can be deeper than the other side. Oh, the turkey gobbler, this under here, I used to have that as a skinny little girl. Those are your organs prolapsing internally. You're not going to the bathroom enough. And you may think you're going if you're going once or twice a day, but here's the deal. If you're eating 3 meals a day, you should be making 3 times a day. If you're eating 5 times a day, you should be making 5 times a day. If you're not, where did it go and what's it doing? It isn't evaporating internally. Where did it go and what's it doing? What goes in must come out. And if it doesn't, you're in trouble. And those of you going to the bathroom once a week or every other day or even once a day, if you're eating all day long, it's not enough. What's staying in there, it's rotting, it's putrefying, it's making you have stinky breath, it's making you stinky armpits, all these smells and things are coming out of you, especially if you're eating a lot of meat and chicken, because I call that the dead cemetery syndrome. You know, you're walking around with a dead cemetery in here and all these smells are coming out of you. So this is prolapsed organs, you're not going to the bathroom enough. But here's the beauty of everything. Remember I said the body is a self-regenerating organism. So it can all be turned around. So that's the number one thing, the first free thing I'm going to give you today that can change your life as far as I'm concerned, is cleansing and detoxing the body a minimum of 4 times a year. These lines that we...
Dang, that's interesting. Yeah. How many y'all, like, I'm not even trying to be personal, but how many times are y'all going to the bathroom? A lot, not a lot, once a week, every day, every time you eat. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like if you eat enough fruit, your body will react to certain foods differently. So I would say just try to eat enough fruit. You should be okay.
Here are 3 complete proteins that can help you on your plant-based journey. Part 2. Remember, a complete protein contains the 9 amino acids that our body won't make. Number 1 is split peas. I used to hate peas when I was young. They're used in a lot of the vegan protein shakes, but I like to slap them in soups. Number 2 is buckwheat. A lot of people use this as a rice or grain replacement. I like to make a cream of buckwheat with fresh fruit on it. Number 3 is pumpkin seeds. I just like to eat them by themselves or use them as a topping and add them on top of salads. Share some other complete plant-based proteins below. Peace. Here are 3 complete proteins that can help you on your
I hear from lots of people all the time that they don't think lion's mane works for them, or they don't really feel the effects of the supplements that they're taking. But this is because a lot of supplement brands do not use super high quality ingredients, or the dose isn't high enough. And I have tried so many supplements for focus, and Thesis is the first company to surprise me with their ingredients. Clarity is honestly the best supplement that I've ever tried for focus, motivation, and feeling super sharp, like really on top of things. It has alpha GPC for focus and attention, and actual high quality, high dose lion's mane for mental clarity. And it also has something really special, 7,8 dihydroxyflavone, which is super unique. I've never seen another company use it before. Helps to increase the birth of new brain cells so that you can learn, remember things, and rewire your brain to be more adaptable. If you put all of these ingredients into a drink or a gummy, it would literally taste horrible. That's why I don't take the gummies. But Thesis knows what they're doing with the capsules. And that's why Clarity is the best thing I've tried. So if you want to improve your focus, go ahead and head to the Thesis website. I hear from lots of people all the time that they don't think lion's mane works for them, or they don't really feel the effects of the supplements that they're taking. But this is because a lot of supplement brands do not use super high.
Alright, y'all. That's going to do it for today's video. That was a good video, I would say. You already know I try my best to bring the best clips I can here, but till next time, see you guys in the next video. I do want to say, peace, abundance, prosperity, and good health your way. Make sure you take care of yourself, okay? And until next time, until the next video, I see you. Peace.